there's somebody that I think of to help me.
Oh, beautiful. Wow.
And so yesterday you managed to get me in.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. I heard that. Me?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Oh, Alison, thank
So
you. That is so amazing. Thank you, Alison. That's so inspiring. That's inspiring.
mm-hmm.
I love the fact that we come with intentions of what we just want to share, in allowing that, and not even having to know that spirit just brings it out so organically. And you go, wow, isn't that? Because who would have known? Jesse saying it's inspiring. I'm really feel that inspiring this morning, and just having to be here, and then you bring that up. That is what is, if that's not inspiring, what is? like isn't that just fun that you get to share with each other?
Yeah.
I mean, that if that is not inspiring, then what is? Right? Oh, thank you for that. Thank you. That's just beautiful. Thank you. Yeah, this morning was a tough one for me, Alison. It's tough, but yeah, not like every morning you feel like going into the cold shower. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, you're kidding me. But yeah, I like that. I like it. I like that. You get someone.
Hey,
Hey, morning, Craig.
good morning. Hey, I just got
How
to
did-
give an alert to everybody. Everybody in Pacific time zone. There
Yes.
is in the western sky, there's the full moon's coming up.
Oh,
Or
that's
just setting.
amazing.
Would be just setting, actually.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
talk about
it's really
inspiration.
phenomenal.
We're talking, the word we were using is inspirational, inspiring, inspired. Isn't that? Everything is just coming up that's inspiring now. Can you feel it? Like everything. This is the momentum of structure. This is what I really got clarity when there's come with the intention word. Hey, bye, sweetheart. My son's going to soccer early this morning. I just share because I'm saying goodbye, and he got into, and I'm also going to share extra that he got into the League of High School Soccer. It's a big thing. He had to, he had to practice. He had to go for auditions, literally, because they have to see the players, and it's tough. It's tough to get into the school soccer team, and he got in. And his friend Maximo, isn't that lovely? Yeah, isn't that inspiring? Right? Very inspiring. So I just want to bring my awareness of what is really happening, because I'm done with the ups and downs anymore, or the ups and downs. I have to really come into this, my heart, and know what are my intentions here. Yeah. How do I want to feel? I'm just saying in what I'm coming into this morning, because I went into a very dark spiral for 3 days. For 3 solid days, I went into a dark spiral. And I know it was death. I know I was dying to something, but it's so hard. And I fasted in those 3 days too, hey? So you can imagine, I fasted too. So it was like bizarre, because it was like, wow. And I had absolutely no feeling. I could not feel. Even when I say, when you know something and you're not starting from scratch because you have the experience. So I felt in that time, I knew that I was not starting from scratch, because I knew I have experience. But in that 3 days, it went out the window. Everything went out the window. And I thought, oh, what is happening? Like, are you kidding me? I couldn't tap into even to my gratitude. I didn't, all the confliction and all the judgments and all the just how can I, will I, can I be, and all that because of this and A, B, and all the outside. And then I have to say, you know, through all that, I had to die to that. So I had to die to the old identity of my so-called learning abilities or me feeling, how can I, this and that, do this and that. And I have to rise above that now. And so this, what I came out, I now understand what I had to come out from. I was actually dying to that old, you know what I mean?
That's amazing, Nikki.
It was really hard. And I'm talking hard. It was it's the hardest thing. It's not a nice place to be. Really, honestly, it's really not. But yeah, I just hold like I just committed to the 3-day fast, for example. Yeah. So I just said, okay, so I just got to push through that. But it was the saddest and it was a sad, very sad. And I realized that, yeah, this is new birth. And it's a new beginning with knowing that you're super conscious, you're God, you're sovereign and you're free. And this is why you want to define yourself. The God in you sees the God in me. I just wanted to say that because that's what's inspired me again. When I say again, I had to remind myself again. I had to remember again. So yeah, thank you.
Sounds like you were on track with the full moon energy.
Yeah, man. And that's also another thing. Yeah. I'm very like, yeah. So I just feel like what the moon is also describing of allowing whatever hinders you, like holds you down, is going to hold you down more. And whatever you let go now is going to amplify. It's just going to let it be. So I feel that is not even intentionally knowing that, but because I've gone through so much now that I now know I can only go up. Do you know what I mean? I hit the rock bottom. I really, the rock bottom. So now I can only go up. So that's where I'm very grateful because I know this to be true that when we say about ourselves, you know, what we're allowing and thinking will be it. It's just obvious, right? But it's that switching of saying, no, you know, I'm letting this go now. It's a wonderful thing, but it's a hard thing, but it's a wonderful thing.
Thanks, Nikki. And it may not happen the first time we say it.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. So I just good morning, Craig.
Good morning, Craig.
Thank you for letting me. I got up and looked at the moon. It was beautiful.
Oh.
Ian, welcome.
Welcome in. Hi, Ian.
Yeah, the moon set here already, so it was quick.
Wow. What's your prediction, Craig?
Prediction about what?
No, just your meaning of the moon. What do you feel? I'm just curious.
Well, when the moon phase goes from new moon to full moon, it's like you're adding things in. When it goes from full to new moon, you're letting things go. Because the light of the moon will get smaller from now for another 2 weeks.
Thanks, Craig.
Yeah. And this is the second full moon in August.
Yes.
Yeah, we had one right the second, I think it was.
Thank you.
And significant for me is this full moon aligns with the ascendant in my astrology chart.
Beautiful.
So, Nikki,
Yes, Chris. Yes, Jesse.
just honoring the lesson that you shared with us, that
Yeah.
the vulnerability to say, I was in a funk, I was in a low place, a dark space for 3 days.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like sitting in the tension of who the hell knows what while we're sitting in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it seems like as we move through release, let go of patterns over our time, right? It seems like these things can get deeper,
Mm.
Yes,
harder. And just because we know what we like, know that we can choose how we feel,
Mm. Mm.
it's not always easy.
No,
And
no.
there's
Yeah.
got to be something in the best I can think of, best I know, the best it seems right, is it's just it's something in the experience of the tension that's caused that is manifesting.
Mm. 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 Mm.
And if we think of that, it's like, oh, if we think of that time that it's manifesting, and then we think back to all the times that we worked to get out of it, away from it, rather than being in it.
Mm. For me, it was giving to myself what I've always wanted. And I think that was my wounded orientation of not allowing to give to myself, the selfish. So that it was giving to myself finally, So for me, it's the shield of protection that I've given to myself to realize that if I'm going to be anything of who I choose to be, to express my heart, that knowing of pleasing and being validated and accepted, I've got to receive it, knowing the people that I will be able to share will share, and it will be great. And the others will maybe, fall off deaf ears. I don't know, but my intentions are to now be bold. This is where I came to be brave, to be really brave now, to have the courage to say, yeah,
I
this
can
is
relate because mine
like,
was
yeah.
like given to myself. I would give to
Mm.
everyone else, but I wouldn't give to myself. But
Yeah.
what I've realized now is I've got to give to myself first. I've got to fill myself up first,
Mm. Mm.
And it's vital.
Mm.
It's not selfish. It's vital,
It's vital. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Vital that I fill myself up
It's
first.
so
Yeah,
vital.
it's nice to give to other people. It's nice to help other people, but I want to help myself first now.
Yeah, amen. It's beautiful. Yeah. And everything I feel that's reflecting from that, even with how we want to perceive ourselves in appearance, in how we want to speak, and how we want to communicate, and what we want to share, and how we want to just be here on this time together, that's falling in love again. It's just falling in love again with yourself. Falling in love, just falling in love. Like this morning, what would I would just love? I would just love, because I'm going to challenge myself. I'm not here to challenge anyone else. I'm not here to be in anybody's race. I'm here to run my own race. I'm just going to challenge myself. Yeah. Why do I wake up in the morning? Why do I wake up? Because I choose to. It's nothing. It's just, why do I do it to shower? Because I know that's what gets me going. I mean, do I like it? No, but I choose it. So it's that questioning, asking this question to myself: what do you want? It's a beautiful, because I can know this as a memory that I never had that, but now I give it to me, and this is where everything's changed. Everything's changing, because I couldn't have what I want growing up as a child, and I couldn't have, yeah. but now I can have, and I realize that I have created that. So yeah, it's great. And now I think, okay, great.
May I invite some silence in?
Sure.
Just in that, what do we want?
Yeah.
So the structure, where are we? What did we come in with? Where are we? Where do we want to leave? Where do we want to go? What do we want? What do we want? That beautiful question.
Can I just give an example? Now,
Please.
I have to, every time I do something, I ask myself, am I doing this because I genuinely want to help someone from the heart? Or am I doing it because I want approval? I have to ask myself that question now. Like, for example, I booked a holiday yesterday, and I would usually take my friend because she's in a wheelchair and she can't go on her own. So I would usually take her. But I booked a holiday because I want to go on a solo holiday. I want to go on my own. I just want to spend time with myself. So I booked it to Spain. And I got the message, it's not selfish. It's okay to do something for me. It's okay to book a solo holiday for myself, you know? It's okay to do something for me.
Beautiful.
So, yeah, I have
Beautiful.
to
I
ask that
celebrate that.
question. Even when I post on social media now, it's like, why am I posting this? Am I posting this because I actually genuinely want people to see it help them? Or am I posting it because I want approval and validation? So I have to ask myself that. And it does help.
It's a beautiful understanding of knowing when you're sharing, what are the intentions? Are you sharing because you need to have some sort of agreement or validation from others, or a red heart and saying, I love your or are you sharing because you want to share? This is beautiful. This is beautiful.
An example
This
I
is
can give.
beautiful. Yeah,
When
this
I
is
went
beautiful.
when I went to that men's group and the guy said about my appearance, he added me on. It was nice. He gave me a hug and everything. He was really nice. He was just expressing how he felt and how he saw me. He was really nice to me though. And after he added me on Facebook. And then I shared a post about my condition and about because I want subconsciously, I wanted to share it because I want him to see it so I could explain my appearance to him indirectly. And it's like, what the hell am I posting that for? And then I delete stuff. So it's like, oh, there was a wounding coming out. Yeah.
Wonderful. Good on you, Ian.
Why do I want to explain myself for my appearance? And then I delete it after that. But, you know.
Yeah.
And I honor the new practice, right? You're building new neurons, new connections, and it'll get to the point where it'll be so automatic you don't have to ask that anymore. Because that's your way of being. It becomes your new way of being. Because you'll pick up something else and you'll put focus on it now that you know how to put focus on it. That's how we change.
Yeah, I just feel at the moment it's a lot of letting go, which is nice.
Beautiful silence. Where I am is inspired. Where I'm going is to follow the message of my heart. A heart message. There.
This morning I feel embraced and encouraged to build more.
Something just come to me. My need, well, when I want to explain myself to people for my fat loss, for my physical appearance as me, it's a wound of wanting to find love and belonging. Just come to me then. And that there's nothing to explain. You either love me as I am or you can fuck off.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yes, that too.
I love that spunk. I like that. Mhm.
Mm.
The momentum of silence. inspired this morning came from an obvious action, obvious next step. And the end result will be delivering from the heart.
Mm. What comes up in the silence for me is that I'm satisfied where I am now. And that everything's coming into the innocent childlike of how I choose to show up with others and to embrace the new, because it's very childlike now. And I like that.
I'm getting a word content, just feeling more content in myself, feeling more content in my surroundings, feeling more content with others.
Beautiful.
Feeling more content in my past decisions because they led me to this moment. Being here with you guys.
I want to say thank you for the swirl of creative energy that seems to be very present this morning.
I'm satisfied in the new. Satisfied in the new. I'm not afraid.
Because you're in your power.
Yeah, I'm not afraid. It's just
Like
wonderful.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah, Wonder Woman. Yeah. And you Superman. We're flying together with our rainbows, with our rainbow dragons right now. Yeah. That's it. Satisfied in the new. Not afraid. If I fall flat on my face, then I fall flat on my face. That's okay. I'll just get up. If I get rejected, I'll just redirect myself. If opinions and other people come towards me and tell me, who do you think you are? I'll go, yeah, who am I? Here I am. Judge me all you want. But this is where I bring a new understanding of how I am.
I'm just getting what people judging you, they're really judging themselves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Could there be something in you that they don't like about themselves or the condition they have?
Yeah.
So
And it helps. It helps when you understand all that later on. You know, with having to know that it's just a mirror reflective. But what I love is this internally seeing myself in the mirror, not as I see myself on the physical form. I see myself now, my true self.
I feel
And
that really landed.
yeah. What's that, Ian?
I was gonna say, I feel like it really landed for me when I went to the men's group.
Mm,
There's another guy said my health issue scared him, but afterwards I found out that he's a runner and he does like a lot of health stuff. So it was nothing to do with me. He was just
yeah.
scared that he would become ill himself, and I triggered in him the possibility of him becoming ill because he saw that in me. So it was nothing to do with me. It was his projection of his scare, his fear. Absolutely nothing to do with me.
Yeah, I witnessed that yesterday. There was a cell phone on a chair, and my friend and I were walking past, and she stopped to feed the squirrel. And the gentleman that was standing there with his friend thought that she was actually going to take the phone, and he quickly like took the phone, like, you know what I mean. And then I looked at it. I was observing it. I was just observing it, just for practice. And I voiced it out. I said, "Isn't that interesting that you thought that she was going to take your phone? Meanwhile, she's innocently just feeding the squirrel because his friend actually replied to my friend saying, 'Oh, you're feeding the squirrel.' Yeah. So he's telling his friend, not directly, but indirectly to say, 'Oh, she's actually feeding the squirrel.' But I felt, with that observation, I looked and said, 'Isn't that interesting that you thought she was going to take your phone, but your friend had to show you that she actually just wants to feed the squirrel.' So can you see the perception of how people perceive and what they're going through eternally? Has nothing to do with you. You know what I mean? It's their assumption. So this is where thyself is so important, because when it comes that you can say no, that's not where that's a no and that's a yes. It cannot influence you anymore. The outside world cannot influence you anymore. Very powerful. So it was just a very interesting demo to witness, And Karina and I actually laughed about it because we giggled, We giggled about it because it was interesting to because it's everywhere. You see it and then, yeah. So that's why the reaction is so vitally important, to not react immediately, but just pause and then make the choice of what you're going to choose. And that to me was, thank you.
Do you live in New York, Nikki?
Yes, yeah, and I do.
I love New
19
York.
years, 19 years. Come visit me.
I've been to New York. I love Central Park. It was really nice.
Yeah,
Empire State Building. I had a magical time. It was really nice.
yeah. I live in a park. I live in Battery Park, so I live in a park. So you can come visit me anytime. I'll take you through the landscapes and take you on the water on the boats. Yeah. Go past the Liberty statue and go, hello.
Yeah, I went on a
Hello
boat in
there.
Central Park, and I went in Central Park. Really.
The land.
Magical.
Yeah, it is magical. It will be even more magical when you arrive. I wait for that day.
I'll go back to 2018 when I went. I can go back there anytime I want in my mind.
Amen. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Lovely.
I went on the 4th of July cruise as well. It was magical.
Yeah. Very cool.
consciousness.
Morning, everyone.
Morning, Pascal. Welcome to Inspired.
Mm,
Morning, Pascal.
morning.
Morning, Pascal.
Morning,
Good
Pascal.
morning. I'm inspired now.
Yes, sir.
Sweet. You guys hear me well? Because it's so windy
Yes.
here.
Oh, we can hear you
Fine, yeah.
perfectly. I can. I'm talking for myself. Yeah, I can.
That's
Can you
great.
hear us?
Yeah, absolutely.
Amen to that.
I want to ask
Those are
Pascal,
good
did you start?
earphones. Sorry?
I was going to ask, did you start the 21-day challenge?
Ah, what challenge is this?
Uh, I did, but I didn't. You know, I
What?
didn't put it on paper, but I questioned myself. But
What
yeah.
challenge?
Oh,
Share the
so
challenge.
I read the book Change Your Mind from RJ Espino, and the challenge is like the first 14 days is like every action, thoughts that are spontaneous.
Mhm.
You're asking the why, like many
Mhm.
times until you get to the core of it.
Mm.
So you share, for example, so that's its first, like when he did like the first day of the challenge, he got up and he wanted to go to the bathroom. So he goes to the bathroom and then like he noticed that his hair were like, because he just woke up, right? Like, so he just like,
Mhm.
Brush his hair. And
Uh-huh.
then he was like, so he stopped and he questioned why he's doing it.
Interesting.
So he was
Yes.
like, why do I brush my hair right now? Well, because I just woke up.
Mm.
And
Mhm.
why is it important to brush my hair right now? Oh, because I want to look good. And he's like,
Mm.
why do I want to look good right now? Well, because like, so you get to the core that like you get the self-worth by the opinion of others. So that's the core of it. And then like, so like he goes like, so change your mind is basically like deconstruct your subconscious mind.
Yeah.
Right? So it has no weight on you. So that's the first 14 days you do that. And then the
Wow.
last 7 days, it's an energy diagnostic. So I'm just waiting for the book. Like I got the Audible, but like I want to, that's one of the excuse, I guess. But so what you do, it's like say before a call like this. I've done that before, but like just in my head kind of thing. But like you ask like, how do I feel before the event? And then like there's like 4 questions.
Love it.
And then during the call, how do I feel during the call? And then at the end of the call,
Oh,
right?
I love
And then you
that.
see
Yeah.
if you see this, if this call was beneficial for you or like it took energy from you.
I love that. Yeah.
And then from
Beautiful.
that, like say like, you got example of like mother that like every time you call her, she's always like reprimand you and blah, blah, blah. Never like congratulate you or anything like that. And then like, you're like, well, mother, maybe like that you're not in my
Wow, it's
highest
interesting.
interest of talking to you every morning, right? So So it's really like looking at like where you're spending your energy. So for the last 7 days. So that's the 21-day challenge.
So the
And,
14-day
That's
challenge.
amazing. Yeah.
So the
Sorry?
14-day one, the one you said about the 14-day one, well, an example would
Yeah.
be I get up and brush my teeth. Why do I want to brush my teeth? Because I want my breath to smell nice. Why do I want
Yeah.
why do I want my
Yeah.
breath to smell nice? Because my wife's still in bed and I'm hoping for some sexy time.
Yeah.
Would that be an example?
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, yes, yes. I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm on board. I'm on
Would that be an
board.
example? I want nice breath, so you know.
Yeah, like it's not about
Yeah.
like, oh, you're not doing like the essential stuff, but why are you doing the essential stuff, right? Like, so
Mm.
brushing your teeth, are you doing for others or you're doing for your well-being?
Oh, there
right?
you go, baby boy. There you go.
Because I used
That's what
to,
I'm talking about. Mm-hmm.
like, you go to a party, and I work out quite. I used to work out quite a bit, right? And then like, you want to pump those muscle before you go to a party
Yeah.
because people notice you, right? But in the same time, like you're just like you're not doing for yourself. You're just, because that's how you gain confidence or whatever, right? Like so it's all the subconscious.
Stop.
Like it was driven by the subconscious mind.
I like. Yeah. Yeah. And it's also taking
Right,
back
so
your
it's just-
mind. Taking back your mind. It's not to control, it's to take back your mind.
Yeah, and it's interesting because like, I'm sure we all done that. Like we pick clothes because we want to look good, because we want to be noticeable, right?
Yeah.
But then like we get to a party and nobody noticed us.
There's it.
And you're like,
Mm-hmm.
what?
Mm-hmm.
I did all this effort and like nothing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But like you were not doing it for yourself. You were doing it for others.
Oh God,
Right?
you're on something like fire. It's like so hot right now. Woo. Wow.
So
That's
when you
exactly-
like,
Thank you.
yeah, when you notice that like every spontaneous action, thoughts are all about like your subconscious mind.
Mm-hmm.
Because 95% of your life is driven by your subconscious mind. Right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
I'd call that a shortcut to becoming aware and
Mhm.
then choosing, right, to update.
Yes.
Who's the guy that did it, Pascal? Because I'm going to have a look.
Yeah.
What's that, sorry?
Yeah.
21-day challenge.
Yeah.
And what's the guy called that did it?
You know,
You're gonna
I
look
wanna-
into it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going to
so-
have a look. I'm going to have a look for it online. Who's the guy that did it? Do I just put in 21-day challenge and then somebody's name or?
Okay. Well, like I was supposed to receive the book a long time ago.
Oh, it's a book.
I-
It's a book.
Yeah, like it's a book. It's a book. Like RJ's got like 2 books so far. And yeah, like I pre-ordered that book like as soon as like it was available to pre-order, like I did. And it's strange because like obviously I got the Audible on that on when it got released, but then the book like never came. And Amazon just says like, I don't know if it's because I'm in Canada versus the US or what's the deal, but I got some people they're from Europe and they got their books, right? So it's like
Awesome.
but But yeah,
Is
like
it sa-
it's just like an audible, like it's
Mm,
harder to, you know, when he's asking, maybe I'm lazy to like wrote this question too, right? So, but yeah, like with the book, it would be a lot easier.
What's the
I
author's
can
name?
tell you exactly. RJ Spina.
Can you
Oh,
please write
yeah.
that book down? Can you please? I was going to give you a message. I would like to have that book written down in a message if it's possible.
Yeah, it's
The
called
order,
Change Your
the
Mind.
order. Oh, change your mind
Oh,
with by who? By who?
RJ, RJ,
Oh, Jay.
and
Okay,
then
cool.
Spina.
Allison
So
put it in the chat. Thanks,
okay,
Allison.
good, because that, yeah. I'm walking and I never look at my phone while I'm walking. So
Thank you, Alison.
You're very much in alignment of what I've experienced in this last 2 or 3 days, and really taking back not just my power but my actual mind, and that's really beautifully said, because it couldn't come in a better timing for me, because yeah, it's just amazing, and I'm very grateful for that. So thank you, Pascal, because it's definitely a follow through thing of realizing and asking these questions. It's just beautiful.
yeah,
It's really beautiful. Yeah.
yeah, it's about
Maybe we
the
could all
question, the
start it
questioner.
together.
What was that?
Maybe we could start it together and then,
Absolutely. It's
Yeah,
the most
have
yeah,
some
powerful thing.
more motivation,
yeah,
um,
yeah,
It's almost like being a child again. You get to have the innocence of just choosing what you're choosing. Why are you doing it? It's because you're doing it. It's just, that's the reason. And then you give a meaning to it. And it's a wonderful thing. It's not like I'm doing it because my father, my mother, my friend, my boyfriend, my girlfriend, this, the wife, husband wants it. It's what I want. And that's
yeah,
it's what you want. It's just what you want. It's nothing to question. It's just, this is why I want it. I want to brush my teeth because I want to have bad breath. I mean, just that simple. That simple. But
mhm.
as we follow it through, it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing.
change your
Yeah.
mind,
Yeah, it also,
program your subconscious
yeah,
mind, rewind the brain and balance your energy. Yeah, I found it.
Yeah. Yeah.
yes,
It really
exactly.
does. It influences.
Yeah.
It influences everything. And things that you don't even expect, because you're coming into the now moment, things just come up. Like I just found a couple of lipsticks now. I thought, wow, where did this come from?
Mm.
I'm thinking,
Yeah.
wow, this is cool. Like because I'm just sorting out a few things, and I go, wow, I didn't expect that, but there it comes. So it's the unexpecting, not expecting, if you know what I mean, because it just comes, because you're in that vibration of just allowing. It's allowing, constantly allowing, and no pressure. There's nothing for you to do. There's nothing for you to say, even. It's all good. It's no, it's just go with it. It's a really like, wow, it's giving to such a degree that it's like overflows. And that's when you can give it out to others too, because it's not even trying to give it to others. It's just who it is. That's why your energy just will show up, and they'll go, oh, that's interesting. That was pleasant, or not pleasant. Either way. Great. I love it. Thank you.
Yeah, like I think like it comes back to very simple things, right? Like Chris Duncan was saying, like you do things because you just love it. There's no other reason. You just love it.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
And then like I never understand that, like when he said that, because I was like, nah, there's more than that. You don't just, have this business because you just love it. Like there's no way, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's underlying, like you're doing it because whatever, like pride, or like, you want to impress your friend and stuff and blah, blah, blah. But then,
There's
When it comes to that, then like your subconscious is still driven.
Is it? Yeah. Wow.
And
Mhm.
you're not free, because like freedom, like you were saying, it's like it's not doing what you want whenever you want. That's not
Mhm.
freedom. Freedom is like getting out of the tyranny of your subconscious mind.
Correct. Yeah.
When it has no weight on you, then you're free. That's freedom.
Absolutely.
And I really resonate that very, you know.
Mm.
That wouldn't be like my definition, like, 10 or 15 years ago. You're like,
Mhm.
freedom, you can't do
Mm.
whatever you want, whenever you want, right? That would be my definition. But now it's like, no, like, every limited belief, that's your trap.
That's it. Wow.
I'm gonna head off now, guys, but thank you for a beautiful afternoon.
Thanks, Ian.
Very much love.
Love
Yeah.
you, Ian.
Love you too. See you tomorrow.
Thanks for
Yes,
Bye.
sir.
showing up every day.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
am.
Thank you. Thank
It's
you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh God, thank you.
yeah,
Thank
it's
you.
really helped my
I
growth. I felt
love
like
your energy, Ian.
Yeah, I
I
really
love
thank you,
your
Ian.
energy
Oh
too.
my, no, thank you so much. It's beautiful.
Much love all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take care.
Bye. Love you. Bye. Yes.
Yeah, have
Yeah, you get to
a good
really,
day.
really
Bye-bye.
understand. Yeah, I was just saying, Pastor, earlier on that, you can give what you want now. You can give what you want just because you want it. It's not anything, then you just want to do it,
Mhm.
and having the reasons to just because you want to feel good about it, or whatever word you want to put in there. But for me, yeah, it's a beautiful exercise. That's
You
really
agree?
powerful. What's that?
Oh, my dog
What?
agrees.
Oh, your dog
My
agrees. Yeah,
dog
dogs
agrees.
understand. Dogs understand. Yeah, understand.
He doesn't have to hear it.
No, he does understand.
No,
They
it
do
was just like a
understand. It's
runner that
amazing.
went by and he started barking.
Yeah. But dogs do understand. They're very,
Oh yeah, big time.
they know. They know. Hey, Joe. Morning, afternoon, evening. Morning. Don't know what time. Is it night for you, Joe? I think so. No, it's morning. It's morning for you, Joe. Joe?
No, I don't think so. I think it's the evening or afternoon something. It's like, what, 7 hours later than us?
Yeah, no.
Something like that.
It's 6 hours, no? For me, I think. Ahead.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's
Good
8
afternoon.
hours here.
Mm.
Mid-afternoon for Joe.
So all that we've been talking about, right, lines up into infinite consciousness.
Beautiful. Yeah. And when you say consciousness, it totally resonated. Because that is where it's really focusing on now. Because we are the observer and we also observe. We are the both. We are the same. We are both. So yeah, it's beautiful. Wow, this is really beautiful.
Did you guys find like the energy yesterday was so strong?
Was I on the call? Yes, I was. Are you
No,
talking
just like
yesterday? Sid?
in general,
Yesterday.
because it was full moon, right? It was full moon. I think it was.
Wow.
And holy. But also, I microdose on mushrooms, so maybe that's why.
What does that mean? What do you mean?
Oh, like magic mushroom,
What is that?
like
What is that?
psychedelic.
Oh, you take
Psychedelic?
psychedelic mushrooms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What is? How do you eat it? Or you smoke it? What do you do?
Yeah, I just eat it. I just eat it raw, like that. But some people put it in the tea, or some people,
What does it do
you know.
to you?
It's, for me, like, it really grounds me. It really amplify anything I want, almost. Amplify, like, or like yesterday was the amplify, like, the feeling of love.
Mm.
Like, and I think, like I've got a neighbor, and then he's got like a lovely dog, and oh
Mhm.
my God, that was intense. Like he was
Wow.
like, he was going, like he wanted more than, like, yeah, it was just like the bond between the two of us is just so intense.
Oh, that's awesome.
He didn't want to go.
Oh, that is so awesome.
Hmm.
Yeah, wonderful, hey? Mm. Really wonderful. Yeah. It's very exciting, hey? Mm. Mm.
So I
Yeah, like
read
Joe
a
mentioned. Yeah,
I read an
go ahead.
article on psychedelics as a therapy. It's part of
Mhm.
like a situation going in what the author wrote about his experience was going into this and going back to a point in his inner childhood and working
Mhm.
through a situation and letting it go. So they're using
Yeah.
it for like abuses, addictions.
Totally.
You know, they're using it for all sorts of things, and it was just
Mm.
as if it was like, oh, just
Yeah,
another tool like a recode.
Mm.
yeah,
Mm.
exactly.
Mm. Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Going in and letting go, seeing that trauma for what it is, what it
Mm.
was, and letting it
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. It's that's it. You know,
Yeah.
and the compassion that you get to realize that people just know what they knew at the time. They didn't know any better. You didn't know any better. So that whole version of going through whatever you went through was just doing your best. They were just doing your best. So you can judge yourself all the way till you die, but it's letting go and giving that compassion to yourself. And I love that.
Mhm.
I really love that because that's what holds us stuck when we can't let it resolve. Mm.
Yeah, and you can't keep like people accountable for what they've done to you,
Yeah, you
or you
can't.
can
It's
just,
not. Yeah.
or
Yeah.
you can high five them and be like, "Wow, you did such a good job on your part,"
Yeah. Yeah.
because essentially it's just a movie. It's an
Yeah.
illusion,
Yeah.
right?
It has to be. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But our subconscious mind is like,
Mm.
no, I want revenge, right? He's done that to me.
Mm.
I want him to feel what I felt.
Mm. Mm. And when you talk about the will, the whole will is to stay whole. Whole is the goal. Whole is the goal. That will of being whole, in seeing yourself as whole, not broken, because that's where most times you go through life. And when you when I found out that was the whole opening to explore, wow, who could I be? Who could I choose to be? In every moment. That's mastery. That's rising above. That's rising above as an alchemist. And mastering is not, it's not that you can't get triggered. That's not mastery. You're going to be triggered. It's how you can react to the trigger.
Yeah, and you asked also like what does it do for me? Like psychedelic is like it really grounds me. It really, really grounds me. Like I become like so present, you have no idea.
No, I think I have an idea. Yeah, I think I got an idea. I think I got a very good idea. Yeah. Yeah. Beautiful. Wow. That's it.
Yeah, there's no thoughts that come in. It's just being in the present. No past, no future.
There's it. Because your actual
Your
present
thoughts
is
are
your
all.
future. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, your thoughts are only past or future.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. Wow, you on something, hey Pascal. You on target, yeah, man. Bull's
Oh, I
eye.
slept. It was such
No, listen,
a
honey, you on
strange one.
target, yeah, my dear. I tell you, this is
No, like I listen things like all night long, and
all night long.
all night long. Yes.
All
Oh.
night long.
Oh,
All
that's Journey.
night long.
Yeah,
There you go. I woke him up. I woke him up. And yesterday, like I changed it a bit. I can't quite remember. It's like something about Tesla 369. So I listened to it, but it's not binaural beat, but like the way the guy set it up is like, you know, like the point of a star. So he set it up like, it's more than binaural beat, I feel like, because like you put speakers in each point, and then like you put like the microphone in the middle, and that's all different frequency. And then you listen with headphones. I can't listen to that all night. Like it's too, I stay awake too. Like I can't really fall asleep on that. But then like, I was just like, I heard about the Schumann resonance. So the rest of the night, I let the Schumann resonance, which is 7.83 hertz. I think it varies, but you know, in general. And yeah, I listened to that all night. And this morning I was just like, I don't know, it felt good. But it might be a combination of my psychedelics last night too.
I also think when you take whatever substance or whatever comes to your knowing what you want to do, it's always also realizing why you're doing it. You know, that is also interesting, you know, because when you come in, when it doesn't matter if you're drinking, smoking, whatever substance, whatever it is, you have to ask yourself, like, yeah, where am I emotionally? Like, where am I emotionally? Do I need to run away or do I need to draw near, you know, to what I want to experience, you know? So I think it's the emotions that play a real big part.
Yeah.
Because when you feel low and you take it, you're going to be low. But when you're too high, in the sense of going into something where you just want to just because there's nothing, you know, you want to fix. It's a simple thing.
Are you masking your emotion?
What's that?
Are you masking your emotion?
Yeah, that's it. And then you just get to expand it. Yeah, it's the same with the intentions, you know. Where you come in with your intentions, like what are you coming here to make an impression, or you want to make an impact? Which one do you want to be?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
exactly.
It's that coming into the ego and telling the ego mind, listen, you're on board, but you're not on the front seat yet. You take the back seat, and we're going to just ride, and we're going to enjoy the ride.
Yeah, and that was me, like in the beginning of Dee's call, right?
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, I gotta find the best word, and like people will react
Oh
to
my
it.
God!
And,
Yeah, me too. Me
know?
too. Me too, Pascal.
You know, but now I'm like,
Too.
you know, what comes, that's what it is. Cause like, well, I didn't know you guys, right? Like,
Yeah.
but like, I just found like, it's so cool that I can express myself openly and there's no judgment. It's just, you know, it's raw. What I say, it's raw. There's nothing, not holding back.
Yeah, the resonance, I think the resonate when you see the actual God in yourself, that you can express the other, you know, the others. And that then they get to resonate in their hearts, because when it's pure and when it's good intentions, no matter what however it turns out, you know that it's going to be whatever it is. You know, it's nothing to take personally, and that's really a really great place to be. Because I was like that too. Because it's just to make a belonging of acceptance. It's a natural. We grew up like that. It's a growing. Society gives you that every single day. You know, if you stand out and be yourself and speak your truth, you're going to be ridiculed. It's or you just not. You know, it's not say everybody's going to be like that, but people that you want in your life maybe are going to do that because they're not there. They're not in that same frequency. People in different frequency. And when you understand they're on a different frequency, you can say it's cool. But I can't be moved by that anymore because this is where I'm choosing, you know, and it's a journey that I want to experience for myself now, not because I'm indoctrinated or somebody's telling me what to do or how I must love them, or if I don't, or this or that, you know, all the you know, rules that come with it. Yeah, no. So I was like that when I came on the call too, very much. Mm-hmm. Interesting. You mentioned that, yeah. And now it's a beautiful space, but we also grown together, because when somebody's frequency goes up with awareness, we all go up. This is what's so powerful. Unconsciously or consciously, we maybe not feel it, see it, or hear it, but we're all rising together. Trust me on this. We're all upgrading together. This is where it really gets interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why, like, I mentioned it to you, like, you know, you got a lot to say, Nikki, but you wear so much in your head.
I am.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I recognized it because it was me, you know?
Yeah. And it was so powerful because that was something of permission to say, stop. Just stop. Stop the rat race. Just stop.
Yeah. Stop to be your false self.
Stop. Just stop.
Yeah.
And then I really thought, oh, okay, yeah, okay. And that's when it started to go and say, yeah, what do I really want? Like, yeah. What do I want to feel? It's cool, right? It's really cool. It's a very cool.
And yeah, you can unpack, like you can unpack this one. Like, why were you like that?
Because yeah, it was just always not, feeling I belonged. I think that was the most thing where I felt that if I had to perform, it was, to get the love, to get the praise. It was always had to do something to get something. So that was just an old pattern of structure that I had to live through. And now that I get to restructure, because now I am the one that's leading this boat or ship or temple or whatever, this body that is just my vehicle. It's not me. I'm
And what was it important to belong?
Belong was because I always felt unfitted. I wasn't, no one really understood me. I guess because maybe I didn't understand myself, because it was just so much externally trying to prove something. And I think that's basically we all have. And I get to say, I got nothing to prove anymore. I'm satisfied where I am now. Like, I'm really satisfied. It's a good place to be. And I'm going to enjoy it while it lasts. And it's going to last this time. Because I'm real. I ain't fake. I'm real. But I had to accept that. But I also had to accept what was that I didn't think I could be. But that was also in my head. And it was also passed down to me from my own mother generation, my mother's side. I know where it came from. So now I can just give it back to where it came from, and I claim back my power to be in my heart.
Yeah.
And there's no one that's going to take advantage of it. No one's going to step over it. No one's going to, bully it, because I now know who I am, in the sense of there's no begging. Let's put it like that. I don't need to beg. I also don't need to chase anymore. I attract.
Yeah, you don't feel the need of impressing people.
No, it's a really, honestly, I can tell you, wow. And that was one of also fear that I've let go of. Because till you understand your fear that you can let go of, then you can really embrace, because you cannot know what you want if you don't let go of what you don't want.
Morning.
Morning.
Yeah, just on my walk,
Yeah, I'm walking with you, so that's great.
Nice.
So thank you, Pascal. Thank you. That's awesome, man.
So let me, Jenna, bring a little attention to this. It's a great observation, a great way to work it. So if we said, we go back to Pascal and Nikki, both of you. Pascal, I believe your word was, in the beginning, I was trying to get the right word.
Yeah, that's it.
Right?
Yeah.
Are you still trying to do that?
No.
Interesting, right?
As a matter of fact, I don't have a word right now.
Yeah. See, that's the beauty of just, I love that. The thing
I just
that
got bliss.
I love it.
Good.
I just got
And
bliss.
so it's like, and then, but but at the source of it, you are wanting to bring forth the right word.
But it's coming
you-
from serving.
Yeah.
It's coming from serving. It's coming to serve with the right word, not to be have an impression of being, this is my word of the day. I want to be
Yes.
right because I can't feel wrong because I got to, like, show up now. But it's when you come with serving, and that's what's so beautiful. When you come with a serving of wanting to just because you want to serve and share. See the difference? There's a difference. And
The
others will feel
light,
that
it's
too.
light if you're not aware of it. It doesn't appear to be much. It doesn't appear to make much of a difference if you're unaware of it.
Powerful stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
So happy.
It's easy to just slide right over the top of it and say, oh, like that won't matter. It doesn't make any difference because it is such an automatic pattern, right? It's like, oh, I've got to impress, right? I've got to get it
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I want them to think of me in good ways, right? And it's like
Basic.
all out. And it's not, oh, what is the truth of my word right now? What is it? What is the word that my
it.
heart is saying express right now?
That's right.
Oh, I can't do that. I'm afraid of that.
That's right. There's it. Don't be afraid to ask. Ask the questions. Just ask the questions. Constantly ask yourself. Even with everything, ask yourself, do I want to eat this? Is this going to be good or bad for my body? Do I want to say something like that to someone? Is that really what I really want to say? Is that really what I'm feeling? Really? Or is it just my ego to make somebody feel, no, I'm right, you wrong? Very interesting. It's a beautiful way.
Yep. And in that, am I trying to make someone wrong, myself right? When you look, that is what a judger does.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
And a judging is what a structure. It is the structure we know. It's the structure we're so familiar with because we've been judged our whole life.
Amen. There's it. Right.
So we do it back.
That's right. Yeah.
As if that is, well, first, like as if that is the only way, and as if that is the right way.
And like Pascal says, just because he said that to me, it was something that he could resonate. But that's the thing. It's not the judging of judging someone, but when you do, it's coming back to yourself. Because all this, what's happening here as a human form is coming back to self. Even making love to someone, you want to make love to yourself because you want to express the love. You want to feel the love. I'm sorry to bring that intersexual sexual thing, but it's the truth. Because if you're not getting it, or you do getting it, or whatever the story is, you were actually wanting to express the God in you. And the only way to get close to someone is when you're having the actual intimacy with someone. When they see you and you see them, you get pleasure. That's when you really feel. That's why it just feels so short for such a short period. And that is what we're trying to say. Stay in that vibration of allowing yourself to feel good. The pleasure of just being. Yeah? Satisfied.
Beautiful. Yes. It's like just being what it is now in the moment, recognizing it, knowing that patterns are running 99.9%. And it's that 0.1% that we were just joyful to be aware of.
It's it. And that's what we're amplifying now. That's when we allowing, to God to show up. The love, the godly love, the love, not the pride, not the arrogant, not rude, but love in a way that other person can express. and giving them space, I think that's it. Because you're learning all the time. All the time. You're never going to stop learning. This is the beauty. You're never going to stop learning. So I'm grateful for that.
Or you can choose. You can choose to stop learning.
No, I don't want to choose to stop learning. I want to keep learning.
No, I understand, but like you can choose
Yes.
to stop learning.
But I don't need to do to be. That's what you're saying. I am who I. This is where I ask, what do I need to learn from this? Of course, what do I need to learn from this? Because everything is, what do I need to learn from this? Yeah, I mean, because I don't want to have a pattern that we hate butting all the time, right? If we hate butting, then we must move away and say, okay, I'm going to have to like let you have your space, because till you can come and that we can listen to each other. This is all about communication and learning how to live with each other in a peace and harmony. But also when there's contrast and everything, that can also be fire, because it's something where you can say, how can I dim the light here for you and let you just know that it's okay. You can stay by the fire. I won't burn you. You follow. Yeah, I won't burn you. I'm here just to keep you warm. You're safe with me. Mm.
Yeah. Next day. Yeah. Yeah, it comes down to say, like, if we say we're whole, complete, why do we keep learning?
The whole, I
I
think.
believe it's
Yeah, I'm
I
listening.
believe it's because we think like we're still thinking we're not completely whole. Because if you're whole, complete, like you have nothing to add on,
No, yeah, I hear you, but that's not what
right?
it
Like,
means. That doesn't, the wholeness of spirit, the wholeness of you is coming into your innocence, the wholeness of you allowing you to choose your will, the wholeness of you to express your love, and not, you know, the wholeness of you being, because you are whole as existence. You are enough. You are enough. There's nothing you need to add on. There's nothing to prove. You're enough. It's like cooking in the kitchen and you're just learning a new recipe. But it's the same food. It's just doing it differently. And this is what wholeness is. We are whole, just doing things a little different of what we were born into, the wrong track. We're coming back to what is the essence of who we are as innocence. And we can introduce each other to say, hi, how are you? Can I play with you? Yeah, I'll play with you. Can you be my friend? Yeah, be my friend. Okay, let's go play. That's what it is. That's what's happening. You want to play with me? Yeah, sure. Come play. Because that's the wholeness. It's going back into that innocence and relearning, because it is a reconditioning, because our conscious mind, as we spoke about, is running the show. We've got to reprogram those nuance and plasticity of renewing, making new, and saying, I was like, you know, what was growing up, but now I am like this. So it's a beautiful way to bring wholeness into it. Like you're the whole picture.
Yeah. So Pascal, when you speak, when you say learning, like you said it, what do you mean?
More like, listen to other people, what they have to say.
Right. Yes, I got that.
When they're upset,
No.
And so why would you do that?
Well, because and that's why, like I said, like, because you don't feel completely whole.
Mhm.
You think like they can add a piece that will make you understand yourself better.
Yeah, which is true, right? Which is there's a
Which
whole
is
part of
true,
that is
yeah.
true. If we orient to it, right? Like if we orient as their genius is going to give me something that I need to know today to help me in my passion.
amen to that.
Oh, without it. Now that, and then Nikki spoke about the structure. We're oriented in the wrong structure, which in the way says, oh, that authority has the answer. Then I'm going to go get it from them. So praise me with all your genius because I don't have any.
Yeah.
And
For
then
your
let me
safety,
shell out my
see?
money. Let me shell out my money for you because you are so much like, oh, because you're an actress, you're an actor, you're a coach, you're this, you're famous. Let me just give you my shit. Because that makes me feel good about myself.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with what their passion is, what they care about, or what they're going to do with it.
Yeah.
Just entertainment. So
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
it's like
almost like
learning, the definition of learning, as you said it. Again, we can slide right over the top of it, not be a big deal, or we could dive into the examine it and say, holy, that is huge difference.
Yes.
As much as nearly as important as life and death importance. Nearly.
Yeah.
And we learn from each other. I think that's so beautiful. I mean, that to me is the best. I think out of everything that I've experienced in my life, that I can know if you can do it, I can do it. Or if you can encourage me to do something and I say, hey, I did it too, I tried it, yeah. It's so encouraging. I think that's where you add on. It's just adding on. It's not adding on to your worth. It's adding on to you to say, oh, that's nice. This is what I'm enjoying now. So that's the learning. It's not taking from you, it's adding on to you. And that's when we can grow and we can experience different things that maybe we see every day the sun coming up, but we see the sun coming up differently.
Hey, I'll do something with you, Nikki.
Yeah, sure.
I'll give you all my limited belief, but you don't have to give me anything in return. Nothing at all. I don't want to.
I'll do the same to you too.
I don't want to add on anything. Doesn't matter how good or bad it is.
I hear that. I really do hear that. And I find it so interesting and wonderful. I really do. I really do. But I'm in a different reality to you right now. I'm in a different frequency to you right now. And what I'm feeling and what I'm choosing is that I love to learn from others. And I don't think myself as less or not enough. I am here to embrace it all. And I want to connect. I want others. It's just because I'm just a social butterfly. I want to spread my wings and I want to show color. in every form, in any shape I can. And that's just a hello to someone, or how are you, or you got beautiful hair, or you look pretty, or you're handsome, or whatever. No matter what it is, it doesn't have to be big or small. I just want to show up as me, the God in me, that is sovereign. I am free. There's nothing I need to be anymore. But I embrace it because I still live here. And because I'm in the 5D and most is in 3D, you got to understand that too. Not everyone's in the same frequency. But if you want to come into knowing to make a difference, you still got to be a human. And that's where you got to understand. It's experiencing it all, in all levels, with no judgment.
How'd your experiment work out, Pascal?
Yeah, like I never deny what you are, Nikki, you know?
No,
Just to,
no, I know that. Absolutely. I didn't take it like that. Not at all.
but like
what
my offer is still standing.
So how do you want me to proceed that? You need to explain it in a childlike way because I'm a little lost. I'm a little
No, no,
lost
no.
in what you're asking.
Yeah,
Can you explain it?
I don't know. It's possible.
You want me to take your unbelief or unlimited beliefs?
All limited belief, and I don't want anything in return.
You want me to take your unbelief beliefs, yeah? Have
No,
I got that?
no, Nikki, he wants you to take all his limited beliefs.
Oh, limited beliefs.
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
Oh
And he
my
doesn't
God.
want- And he doesn't want anything in return.
Oh.
So you are the magician. But he
I was
doesn't
just
Yeah,
want
like,
it
oh,
back.
this resistance. I don't want that. I was just thinking, I don't want that. I don't want your unbelief, limited beliefs. Thank you very much. But now you say limited. Ah, there's a whole nother dimension, baby. I'll ride on that one. I'm
You
gonna
want
ride
to-
on that one.
You want his
Wow,
limited
I
beliefs?
feel taller now, Pascal. I feel even taller.
Yeah, you were right. We were not vibrating at the same frequency.
Yeah, no, we weren't. I'm taller. I'm smarter. Mm.
There we go. That's why I'm gonna give you all my shit.
I am just loving it, innocent. Yeah. Like baby Kai. I just want.
So Pascal, I'm sure you know the saying, but it came to mind for me. And it
Yeah.
goes like this: want what you do have, don't want what you don't have.
Mm.
Yeah,
It's an old yoga saying.
yeah, yeah. I heard that not too long ago too.
Hmm.
Like,
Wow.
Sinead O'Connor had an album called I Don't Want What I Don't Have.
Mm. Mm.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like putting energy to not to what you don't have,
Mm.
and no energy to what you have.
Exactly. That's exactly the point.
Yeah.
Because when we give energy to what we do have, it expands, right? So then it expands
Yeah.
to such a great extent that what we don't have is of no consequence. It becomes of no consequence.
I think
Both of
what
them
we want-
expand. Both of them
What
expand.
we want wants us.
Yes,
also-
it is it.
Also, what we don't want wants us.
Yes. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's the. Woo, woo. Mm.
Yeah,
If
it
we can
depends
get,
where
if
you
we can
orient
get that,
yourself.
if you get that, it's. Woo. You'll see things happen, like magically happen. Wow, 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 wow. I want to stay in this frequency. I want to stay and hold on to this. And it's not even holding on, because my friend and I, we agree, it's a frequency of just the new. And it's that is allowing the joy and everything else to just come in, make room for it, make room for it. But it is what you want is wanting you, and what you don't want is also wanting you. Wow, wow, wow. That's it. Boom. Boom. Yeah. So what do you want? That's the question. What do you want? And why do you want it? And what would it do for you? And that's the obvious questions you can ask yourself, and it will tell you. Just because somebody, and that's where you just know. That's it. And it's okay.
I think it's like
Yeah.
noticing the difference between like as head wants and as heart
Yep.
wants.
Yeah.
Because like
I was gonna
as heart
say,
wants,
The heart wants, that song, Joe. The heart wants what it wants. Celine.
heart wants.
Yeah, the heart wants what it wants.
Yeah.
Yeah. So give it to it. Give it. Give what your heart wants.
But like I think the world and life is kind of like shut the heart down, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
but you give it, Joe. You giving it already. And it's expanding.
Betsy, what were you going to say?
yes, like the heart, but and what Joe was getting at and saying was, and the head will be in the way.
Yeah, it's always in the way.
Mhm.
That's the conditioning, the conditions, the old patterns, what we've always done, what's familiar, what's safe, not always what is the best move, but that's going to override our heart for most people.
yeah, but it could be on the other side too. So you could be like, yeah, I want to do this, and your head could be like, no, you can't do that. You can't do nothing. But then obviously you flip that, so the head's actually on your side. It's like, I'm gonna do this. It's like, yeah, you can do that. Why can't you do that? Do you know?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, flipping that voice, from rather than like demotivating to flipping encouraging.
Yep.
That's right, Joe. That's
And then
right.
that head's
Yeah,
working with us then. It's assisting us rather than a servant with a master of the parliament. Whoa!
Yeah, you become the head.
question,
You become the head. That's what happens. You become the head.
question the questioner.
Yes, exactly.
That is- Question the questioner.
Observe the
Exactly. You are the
observe,
yes.
observe the observer.
Go.
Be aware. Be aware of being aware.
That's it. That's simple. It's not simple, but we're going to have to bring it into simplicity. This is it. For me and for my house, it is it. Ain't going to be moved anymore by circumstances. Not going to be moved anymore of the limitate, all that crap that, hearts, whatever. New, all new, all new, new. I can't emphasize anymore. New. New beginnings. New. Yes. What do you want? What do you want?
So it's like Sears, what you're seeing, and the act of seeing is one thing.
Hmm. I didn't hear that because I haven't got my earphones on. So I got you on speaker. I'm by
Maybe the
myself.
way.
But can you just repeat that last? I didn't hear it properly.
Sears, what you're seeing, and the act of seeing is one thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you come to say like observe, observer, aware, awareness, same thing, right?
Mm.
Mm. Mm. Mm. Mm.
Yeah, I did a meditation a long time ago. It was about observe the observer, or the observer observe you. And so I'm sitting in meditation, close my eyes, and I pretend that I'm across the room looking at myself, meditating.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And that will eliminate all conflict.
Well, you've just become the
The
awareness,
observer. Yeah.
That's right.
Mm.
right?
And
You
that's
lose.
what, yeah. Infinity consciousness. That's what it is. Consciousness. You're seeing yourself as that. That's what you are. That's what we all are.
That's
That's
right.
what we are. That's just what we are. And that's where we're
So when
working. Yeah, we're working
Sorry,
through
Drew.
everything. No, I'm just saying that's how we work through things. From this now understanding, as the observer. That's a beautiful thing, huh?
Yeah.
What were you going to say, Alison?
So when we talk about the head and the heart,
Mm.
what comes up for me also is that the heart is consciousness and the head is the ego.
Amen.
So
Hallelujah.
the ego gets in the way,
Mm-hmm.
right, and pulls us back.
Mm-hmm.
But that still small voice inside of us, which
Mm-hmm.
is the direct link to consciousness, that
Mhm.
pulls us
Mm-hmm.
forward.
Mm-hmm.
I
And
don't
it
know
wants
if
to
it's a
express.
voice.
Hmm?
I don't know if it's a voice.
Mm.
It may not be a voice, but it's an experience, right?
A pull, a sensation, a yearning, a
Yes.
feeling. And
Mhm.
more of the
Yes.
voices is the thinking mind, or the version of the ego, which all of it as whole works together. But as soon as you take that feeling and put a words to it, you're using that
Masterclass.
conscious thinking
Better.
ego mind.
Let's
Not a
go.
problem. You have to
Masterclass.
use it.
Masterclass here, baby.
What
Broadcasting
if
to the world.
what if but like Pascal says, like if the ego's is not driving anymore, just goes in the passenger seat. So then the ego's coming along on the ride, and rather than the ego being like the enemy or in the way, because like even judging and stuff, like isn't that just like an automatic? It's like an automatic thing of the brain, isn't it?
Yes.
Well, it's a
And
conditioned, it's learned. It's not an innate, it's learned.
That's right.
And
That's
It's
right.
like
Learn.
it's like automatic. So, but to be aware that we're judging, that's when it loses its power, you
Mm.
know. But like if we're just doing it, but then also, yeah. So with the ego, because that's it. Without the ego, we wouldn't be able to experience this individual reality.
Yes.
that's why we talk about alignment.
Right? Yeah. Exactly. So that's it. So getting the ego rather than being saying no, don't do this, don't do that. Imagine if that was saying, yeah, why not? Actually, yo.
That's right. There you go. Yeah.
So yeah,
There
it's
you go.
lining it up, lining it
Well,
up.
yeah. It says there's a challenge in front of you. There's something that's passionate about, and there's a big hurdle that you got to do. And the ego says, "Oh, let's do it." Yeah, you bet. That's alignment.
Yeah, exactly. And you were talking earlier, Jesse, like a few minutes ago, about how that weaving happens between all those definitions. So there's no separation. We boundary them with our words so that we can make sense of it. But
That's right.
essentially, when we're in flow, we're dancing between all of them.
Exactly.
I didn't realize how late it is. I have to leave. Thank you so much. Have a great
Yeah,
day.
big love, Alison.
Thank you.
Yo,
Bye,
I'm off,
Alison.
guys. I
Thank
love
you.
you. Yeah, I love you guys. Big love.
Bye,
Bye,
Joe.
Joe. Love, love,
You
Bye,
too,
Joe.
yeah.
love.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
This
Bye-bye.
is,
See ya.
yeah. Yeah, isn't it playful? It's real playful, huh?
Mhm.
It's a good place to be, hey?
That's right.
Yeah, it's a good place to be. Just exploring, you know? Not trying to figure it out, just exploring. And then asking the question. Thank you. Wow, it's beautiful hair. And I thank you for the challenge, you know, the challenge where you say, like Pascal's going through did the challenge, and Ian was like interested in about challenges. But what comes for me is that I decided to be challenging myself. The challenge of what Pascal was speaking earlier on, of why I want to do things. Why do I wake up in the morning at a certain time? Why do I go into a shower? Why do I do a routine, certain things? It's because I know this is what I need to do. It's just what I'm choosing. No one's telling me to do it. No one's, you know, it's not broadcast to anyone. It's just what I'm doing. Yeah. And through habit form, I become what I'm choosing, what I want to be, you know, what I choose to desire for myself. So it's almost like, yeah, it's a lovely internal questions when you ask why you want to do something. I do it because this is what I do. I challenge myself. Do I want to wake up? No, but this is the challenge. I challenge, you know? And that's where I feel that it can step me out of my comfort zone to challenge myself.
Mhm.
Because I don't need to be perfect anymore. And I don't need to feel like I'm going to be wrong. And if I am, then I am. Then it's okay. Then I'll just learn.
Yep. And that word may change, like that focus. It may change from challenge to something else. And that word challenge may not work for someone else.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it might trigger someone, right?
That's right.
Yeah, it does. But then when you're not grounded in that, like you say, Pascal, when you're not grounded, then you get like a little like insecure again, think, oh, I'm not belonging again because no one's doing it. Because this is really basically, it's not a lonely journey, but sometimes it can be quite lonely when you know that you've got to do something where others could also do it, but they're not doing it. And it's not to say, yeah. And then you question yourself again, like, why are you doing it? Like, what is it? Because no one else, and they're questioning themselves. But that's not for you to really question. It's for you to say, like you said, you're doing it because you're doing it. And that's where it becomes authentic, where somebody says, oh, that's just what it is, you know? There's nothing that you need to do or need to feel. This is just what I'm doing. It's like your opinion is your opinion and my opinion is my opinion. Yeah? So that's where you stand and you choose yourself, so to speak. because that's where I always felt like if I look a little sexier or I dress a little like this, or I'm in a little like, whatever, blah, blah, I'm gonna stir the boats. I'm not gonna make other women feel comfortable because I see the looks. I'm saying it from my feminine, from just what I'm perceiving, and then I always withdraw and I go, no, better hold back, and I go, no, I'm not, I'm bringing sexy back. Simple as that. You don't like it, then you need to go. That's it. I do it for me. I don't do it to, for anyone else. Because I feel this is just something I'm choosing. And that's been a lot of holding myself back. Because I don't want to make people uncomfortable, but I actually realize that it's not me making them uncomfortable. They're uncomfortable because they are insecure with that, or they're wanting something that they see and they haven't got it. And that's just a reflection of them. It's got nothing to do with me. And I think it's very important with everything in life. It's got nothing to do with me. It's what they feel. That's the same with judgment. You judge because you feel you're the judge of yourself, because you're going to be judging. But when you judge, you've got to realize, what are you judging yourself for? Because it's going to come back. It's a boomerang. It's going to come back. So why do I have, not to say why do I have to feel that? I shouldn't feel that, because that's what I'm choosing. And then I realized that the friends that I have are in all different size as such, but it's not, we don't look at each other and say, you have this and I don't have that. No, we just help each other. We inspire each other. Because once you get over that hurdle of, oh, I can't have that because she has it. No, I can have it because she has it. Yeah. Just saying.
And what makes you think that they feel uncomfortable because you're dressing sexy?
When I say, you know what I mean by sexy, right? Like when you dress in a way where, yeah, sexy. We want to call it sexy. Why? Yeah, this is it's in the nature, because I can also see there's other things that also I feel. I can also feel uncomfortable, but I don't. So when I'm around that, I feel it very, very strong. I'm an empath. I feel it. It's so obvious. The energy, I pick up energy. I just feel energy. That's why what I'm learning now is not to broadcast it. Just hold on a little bit and watch it unfold. Because when you say it in that moment, it's not fully understood, how I want to put it out. So I understand now. I just got to wait on that. That's just a skill that I'm working on. But in the same time, for myself, that I'm doing it not to go back into the unconscious of, if I do shine, then I'll make my mother look like nothing, like, you know what I mean? Like she's not as important. Because this is all got to do with the whole mother and daughter relationship with me that's coming out, the fear that I'm drawing out now, out of myself, out of others, and then also the world. So now I'm going to know that even if I am who I am and others project as whatever they want to project on me and saying, I'm still going to say that's okay, because this is who I am. You see, It's not trying to be in any form or shape for other people to voice their opinion anymore. It's this is who I'm going to be. So it's okay. It's okay. It's again with me, it's my dealing with how I related to my mother and I. It all comes back to that. But when you think about it, it all comes back. So I'm just getting back into my true essence of what is beauty, what is real beauty. And it's more than my body. That's what I'm saying. Because with my mother, it was all about appearance. So that's where I'm looking now, with the love and acceptance of myself. So when I am, I can just be. There's no need anymore if eyes that accept or don't accept. I accept, because this is now what I'm choosing, not because I'm trying to be somebody to get somebody's love or approval. Very, very important. So that's just a fear I've let go of. See, I'm letting go because I'm emphasizing after this so-called the beautiful moon and all this, and I'm very resonating on that, because I know this is a cleanse for me. This is a whole new structure. And the structure is very easy because I've got others just coming in, not even knowing, but I'm in alignment with. It's just what I need to know from what God's source is telling me through you. So it's almost like, yeah, thank you. It's all confirmed today for me. Everything is confirmed. So I don't need to learn it from others. It's just a confirmation. It's a confirming. It's just a feeling of saying, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for doing the work. Thank you for expressing. Thank you for being you. Thank you for everything. Just thank you, because that's what it is. There's no more competition. I'm in competition, as I said, always for myself, but underlining, there was that little bit of uncertainty. I gotta, yeah. But I'm doing it because I'm doing it for myself. And that's when people, they can see that. They can see that it's not a threat.
What a great morning. Thank you.
Beautiful morning. It was really, really, wow, just beautiful, like so like beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. And we'll see you next time.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Alrighty. Love you guys. Cheers.
That's good.
Bye.
Thank you.
Love you too. Bye-bye.